Hello guys, welcome back biggity to another video. New single on the way, stay tuned for this one. But anyway, without further ado, I just wanna okay. This is today's video, right? Where is that thing? Damn it. So over the last 3 weeks, I've had to have this conversation with several people in my circle. Initially, it was with my cousins, two of my cousins who were just adamant about the fact that they really want to go down the traditional path. And they couldn't, I mean, it sounds like something that they really want, or at least so they say. But I wonder if it's partly because they think that's just what's appropriate based on what everyone else has done before them. So yesterday, a dude, one of my customers, posted this thing, a screenshot basically. I'll put it on the screen, and in in that screenshot, it goes like this: uh, Being a man is actually not about age. There are boys that are 35. A man is only a man because of responsibilities. You will never be a man without responsibilities. You need to have people depending on you. You need that pressure. You need to have bills. You need to wake up and say, damn, my rent is almost due. My groceries are running out. My girlfriend ran out of toiletries. What can I do? That question is the beginning of manhood. Until you are responsible, you are a small boy. So, this made me wonder, why is it that all the things that are the markings of a man are essentially things that shackle you, either in terms of time, freedom, or money? Because it seems like in order to be a man, according to this person, you need to have things that weigh on you, weigh you down. And my thing is, why do those things need to come as such a heavy weight in order for you to qualify? What's so wrong with front loading your own strength in order to be able to lift those things later on down the line? You see, essentially, what this post is saying, you're not a man until you have trapped yourself with every possible golden shackle. Because that's what all those things are, golden shackles. People think that being mature is about having the car and the house and the child and being married. So they strive to do those things as soon as possible without realizing that they are taking on more than they can handle. They've barely even lived life outside of high school yet, and yet they want to fill their plate with so many financial responsibilities, all because that's what would make others look at them as the responsible adult. So, my question to the guys who say that they really want these things, you say you want that car on loan or that house, that bond house that you will pay off for 20 years, or you want your child now while you are 23. My thing is, do you really want these things, or do you just think that that's what's appropriate? And even if you really do want these things, do you want them under the circumstances that they are being prescribed to you? To me personally, I don't know about you, but paying off a house that's worth 500K over the course of 20 years just sounds like a bad deal. It sounds like an absolute nightmare. And it's not really the safe option that you think it is, because it necessitates you staying in that safe source of income that you had when you bought that house, which also isn't guaranteed. It's only guaranteed as long as you are necessary to the organization. But once the organization finds a way to profit more by removing you, you can guarantee that they will. And now what are you gonna do? You really gonna gamble on that bond with the mindset that I will be in this job earning this salary for the next 20 years? And if buying pads for your girlfriend really dents your finances that much, then can you really even afford to be dating? I think your brokey days now your late teens, your 20s throughout, maybe even some of your early 30s, that is when you should be as selfish as possible and reinvest as much as possible in terms of your energy, time, and money back into yourself so that you can just keep getting more and more out of it, more and more out of your energy, your time, and your money. The more you make those things and then you put them back into yourselves, then the more you make of those things. Till eventually, these things that are purported to you as masculine responsibilities now are now aren't as much of a burden. You don't have to take them on with worry. Like, you can handle the weight of them comfortably. So these days, they are the foundation building days. They're not the time when you should be pretending to have everything figured out. And even if you somehow do hit a big financial leg and you are financially free within your 20s, you are still not wise. You haven't seen enough. Likely, some people have lived decades and years. Yeah, I know those old souls out here. But for the majority of us in your late teens, early 20s, you haven't seen enough to become like a tribe leader. You're just going to be biting off more than you can chew. In fact, I was thinking this yesterday, that we men make our own lives difficult by biting off more than we can chew before we even have teeth. So here's a scenario just to illustrate my point. Say you have 100K lump sum and you really want that house in the new developments where everyone will be paying a bond. So do you use that 100K as a down payment and pay off the rest in installments over the course of 20 years so that you can get the house now, but then you'll probably end up paying somewhere close to 800K in total over the course of that 20 years? Or do you flip that 100K into 600K so that you can buy the house cash, but you would have to wait 3 to 5 years? And I say 600K because if you do wait 3 to 5 years, then the house and the land it's on will appreciate in value, right? But so will the general market for property. So even if you don't want that particular house, any house that you wanted similar to it in that range would probably have appreciated to the point that it would cost more than 500K. That's just what I'm looking at. So I'm not looking at just the money it would cost. I'm looking at how much time it would cost as well. Would you rather sacrifice 5 years of waiting or 20 years of constant stress? But anyway, that's it for this essay. If you got any value out of this, stick around for more insightful, questionably insightful takes like this by hitting that subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace.